My name is Logan Todd. I am a current senior at NC State. I am a PRTM major, and jumping right into it, I guess. As far as my personal experiences with VR and esports, growing up, I mean, I've probably been playing video games since I was, say, six, seven, maybe. Never big into like the first-person shooter games. Like, I play Call of Duty, but I really like the sports game. You know, I grew up playing ice hockey, so NHL. I played those. NHL 07, Madden, NBA, all those games. That was kind of my speed, my style. Um, I I would say I wouldn't say I was an insane gamer, but I definitely would like get out of school, hop on the game with the friends, play some NHL, my club. As far as virtual reality goes, I've never owned a VR headset. As friends that have, I'd say I've probably done it, including class time, about 5 times in my life. Um, as far as this course goes, I'm really interested. I think just with how technology is improving day by day, honestly, in our world, I think VR is going to be a huge part in everyone's life one day. As far as connecting with people, general recreation activities. So I feel like joining this class now, love learning how to work in metaverse, how to work around it. I think that could equip me with skills that could be very necessary in my future. Um, State of recreation, I think a lot of it right now, I think it's really heavy in the youth, just from playing in class the other day. I noticed a lot of kids in the lobby um, talking. I did hear some adults, but it sounded mainly like kids between the ages of like 7 to 16, which is pretty was kind of what I was expecting. That older generation grew up getting introduced to iPhone. Like a lot of them had an idea of what VR is, but never really have used it or had an opportunity to use it. So, as far as what I've heard about the metaverse, honestly, not that much. That's kind of why I joined this class because I was curious to learn. I feel like it'd be a fun class. Obviously the person goes along with it. Not fun. So, introduced to my avatar here. I've always grown up just creating characters in sports games. I've never really tried to mimic myself, or I always just went for like a goofy kind of look. So this is my guy right here. Do a nice little afro on him. Check himself out there in the mirror. Got a headband, nice mustache going, ammo vest. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I really tried to go for. I didn't really want to go for an avatar, just like me. It's something I kind of took the goofier side. That's just kind of always who I've been. But moving on, how do I think virtual recreation esports will be a part of my future? Well, I actually am working for some pilot right now. I want to one day be a commercial pilot. A big part of this is a lot of flight simulator um, flying and gaining experience in simulators. I know that not exactly like a VR headset, but it's very similar to VR where you're put in a situation that's very similar to real life, but it isn't. So I think learning skills here with just like getting used to like the motion of feeling VR, and a lot of people get cautious. So I luckily don't, but just stuff like that, learning like the feel, knowing the feel of it. So like if I hop in, it's not as surprising, catching off guard. Like current needs that I want to be met through virtual recreation, honestly, just general wellness. I think the reason I've always played games is just the competitive nature. I like to have fun, relaxing for me. Like, I had a lot to do, just hopping on the game, playing with my friends, take stress off, fun. Um, Social connection too. I mean, there's so many people out there. And I mean, I have friends just from growing up that met people through games that they've never met in real life, but they're best friends with players game. So I think networking could be a very good positive pro side to this, and I can take advantage of that. Three and lastly, three rec room spaces that I have already tried out and will continue to play. One is dodgeball, it's a 3v3 competitive game where I mean it's just classic dodgeball rules, three on one side, three on the other, teams blue and red, and you just pick up the ball and throw. Very realistic. Honestly, took a little bit to get used to the release of the ball because I was tossing in the air and like that. But once you do, it's fun and it gets the heart rate going. That's kind of what I'm looking for here too. Is like stuff that gets
This is kind of following the trend of my sports background, and I like to move, I like to be active. So if I could find that in VR, then I'm gonna continue to do that. And lastly, the last game I've played, I'm also like growing up, I play like The Sims, which is like a just a simulator game, kind of like a life sim. And I've always kind of had an interest in those. So I played the prison life one, which was pretty basic. You just spawn in and you can get money by doing things like whacking other people or escaping, helping people out. And you can build money through the game, which I thought was pretty cool. It's like a non-valuable currency, but it's in that game. And yeah, so I mean, I'm really excited for this class. I think there's a lot to be learned, and I'm ready to have a good semester.